Here is some advice. If you ever do business with Wizards, please be aware that they are a very political company. They may not seem like that on the surface, but beneath all the glitter and glamour are all the undesirable things they don't want you to know about them. Wizards, since the Hasbro buyout, is full of political insiders. Anybody who's not part of the club or could be bought out are often barred from their networks or politically destroyed. For those who have never dealt in their politics, that is how they operate based on what's written on the wall. But before we all get too far ahead of ourselves, let's take a look back. It all began and right after the buyout, when Jesper Rivers and half of the original crew picked up their things and left, wanting nothing to do with Hasbro. As a result, Wizards R&D lost many of its staff, right in the middle of Urza Block's development. Although Randy Buehler had just joined the company, the lack of members meant the lack of oversight over what was about to be printed, resulting in many powerful cards being published. Once Randy Buehler had settled in, it was he who came up with the idea to jam the entire R&D team with pro players, and push the Pro Tour as the end-all be-all for Magic. His philosophy was all about getting more people to play on the Pro Tour and live the pipe dream than build an everlasting base. Although he came up with the other idea to constantly develop better creatures, his philosophy was all about getting more people to play on the Pro Tour. If you were an Eternal player or somebody who played for fun, you didn't matter under Buehler's reign. He only respected those who were on the tour and shoved everyone else to the side if you weren't. In fact, he was R&D director from 2001 to 2008, and a vice chair before being let go. In 2008, Randy Buehler's philosophy was phased out in favor of Ken Nagel's. According to an article written by Nagel himself regarding the development of Jace vs. Chandra, he stated that he was able to convince Wizards administration to return the game to base. We don't know what was discussed behind closed doors, but we do know it resulted in Randy Buehler being let go. Nagel's philosophy is less about the Pro Tour and more about what made the game great in the first place. In the 5-year period since Nagel had joined R&D, sets have been less geared at the Pro Tour and more aimed towards keeping people around. Although it may seem that Wizards is doing the best thing for the game, don't be fooled. It's just politics. Trust me. It's just politics to stifle dissent. Wizards for many years, up until recently, have been trying to suppress Eternal formats since they created the Pro Tour. From written articles to video covers, they wanted to make you think that there was nothing more than rotating formats. If you spoke one word of Legacy, they tried to shut you up to resume business as usual. They tried, but failed. After everyone checked into all the claims made by Eternal players to be true in mid-2009, the people rediscovered the cards and returned the game to base, which led to Extended's demise. Most people in 2013 would claim that we saw the old system coming to a close, but what they say now happened 4 years after the fact. By then, I had learned that Hasbro had jammed Wizards full of their political insiders, which answered many of my questions regarding access. I knew a little about it, but as I checked into them, it was then made clear that Wizards wasn't the honest company they made themselves out to be. After I caught them lying and backhanding on several occasions, I reported the findings to my colleagues before leaving the major scene. Why waste my time with scumbags? The administration has no honor. In the months since my departure, my time has been dominated with more urgent matters. Sure, I still may provide insight on the game every now and then, but remember, always be skeptical of what Wizards claims. If you see no bodies, you know they're making it up.